Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to our Lego room. In today's video, we're taking a look at three awesome Lego modular building instruction sets that I picked up on Rebrickable. Really excited about each of these. I'm always on the lookout for new different types of buildings to add to our Lego city. And these three were all eye-catching in different ways, and I think will be excellent additions. The instruction sets are designed by a couple of different designers, the bottom two by PL Mox and the top one by Simon84. I will include links below to each of the Rebrickable pages in case you'd like to check them out in greater detail, or maybe even pick up a copy for yourself. Now, let's take a closer look at each of these instruction sets and talk a bit about what I'm hoping they will bring to our Lego city. So first up here, we've got the MoMA, Museum of Modern Art Lego modular building, designed by Simon84 and built from 7,859 pieces. Quite a lot of pieces, but I think they have been put to great use in this particular museum building here. What really drew me into this particular modular building, first off, we've got the great texture and shapes. I love these almost pipe-like structures that go up the front side of the building over here. Love the circular windows here, the great windows leading up from the doorway there. And you can see even this nice cube section of the building back here, as well as I guess it's kind of a parallelogram, this nice little structure in the front here. Really interesting shapes and color usage. Love what they've done with the yellow and sort of the pastel colors on top of the white there. Very eye-catching. So, I think this is going to be an excellent addition to our city. Very eye-catching, like I said. And, I haven't built any of Simon84's models before, but just from the look of this building, I think it should be a lot of fun and will result in a really eye-catching, interesting building for our city. And, on top of that, trying to add more museums in general to our layout. We've got the Lego Natural History Museum, which should be entering our layout soon. And then I think this Museum of Modern Art, as well as the Medieval Museum, will be great additions alongside that. Really interesting, I think, when you can add buildings with different uses and different shapes and overall silhouettes to your city. Really adds a lot of interest and kind of breaks everything up a little bit and makes it look more natural. So really impressed with what Simon has done here and looking forward to building this particular museum. And next up, we've got the two instruction sets from PL Mox. What I like in particular about these two instruction sets, in addition to the overall look of the buildings, is the fact that PL Mox has designed these to be largely based off of existing sets that you can pick up from Lego. So in the case of the Medieval Museum here, it's using parts mostly from the Lion Knight's castle. Makes it a lot easier to pick up parts for a build that you're working on. So I really like that aspect of it. In addition to the parts from the Lion Knight's castle, I think the only other thing that it requires is a base plate to build it on top of. Obviously, in my particular case, for each of these buildings, I will be putting them onto Mills modules so that it's easy to fit them into our city and easy to move them around and display them in our layout or other displays that we do with some of our buildings. So that'll be a custom modification that we make, a really simple thing to do, but I think it'll add some extra versatility to these structures. Now, taking a closer look at the Medieval Museum here, This build requires 3,171 pieces. As I mentioned, those are all predominantly found in the Lion Knight's castle. And what I found particularly eye-catching about this piece, one, love the general sort of castle feel and vibe to the museum build itself. Great little almost tower-like area here. And just love the architectural details that they've put in, which really evoke a castle vibe. In addition to that, I think they've done a great job of using the various equipment, weapons, and other castle medieval heraldry, like the shields and the little flags, to create a very interesting looking facade. Really works well, I think, and will make this a nice sort of eye-catching piece in our Lego city. I am going to look at adding power to this and some lights. I think it would be cool if we could get these torches on the front of the building lit up. I've got some lights from Brick Stuff that should work well for that. Not a ton of windows into the museum. We'll see how these window areas look as we get into the build, but I think with some interior lighting there, it should allow you to really sort of see and appreciate some of the details inside the building as well. And from what I've seen on the Rebrickable page, the interior looks nice as well. Great sort of layout showcasing a number of the different castle and knight elements from this particular set. And again, this is one of those buildings like the Museum of Modern Art that will have a nice sort of distinct silhouette in the city. This is going to be taller than a number of the modulars in our city, which I think will be nice. Makes it more natural when you've got some variation in the height and the color usage and facade of some of these different buildings. So I think there's a lot to enjoy here, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun putting this particular building together and having it, to look at regularly in our Lego city. Now, last but not least, we've got the plumbing and heating services building. This is based off the Home Alone set that Lego released now just over a year and a half ago almost. Really love the look of this building. I think it's going to be great. One, that it's a corner building. Always nice to have corners. A lot of these different structures are going to be in the middle of city blocks, which are fine. That works out well. But anytime you can get a corner building, I think that just gives you some different options for how you lay out the city and how you put these different buildings together. Another thing that I really like, in addition to the two floors here, I love the look of this third partial floor up here with the roof on either side. Again, a nice visually distinct sort of element to the architecture and overall layout of the building. Also think it's really cool that they've gone with a more of a wintry theme. Obviously that works with the parts that are available in the Home Alone set. I'm going to make a few changes here. I will make, as I'm putting this on mills, I'll probably change up the sidewalk area here to be a little less Christmassy, but I think that Christmas and snow on the rooftops and on the windows, etc. of the building are fine and cool, and will add some differences and make this building stand out from other buildings around the layout. And will also let us make use of this corner module in more Christmas themed layouts, which will be useful as well, and will give us some extra versatility as we're moving buildings around and utilizing these buildings in different layouts down here in our Lego room as well as out at shows. So really happy with the look of this. I think the brown brickwork on the building is really nice. I like how they've taken the sides of the van from the Home Alone set and used that to make a nice signage area out in front. overall, just a really cool looking building and something that I think will work really well in our city. So, overall, really impressed with each of these instruction sets. Obviously, until I've assembled these, I won't know for sure just sort of how well the instructions are laid out and how easy to follow they are. But, I think that just based off of what I've seen so far from just a quick glimpse through the instruction sets and from all of the great pictures on the Rebrickable pages, these should all be excellent additions to our city and should be fun to build. I think it's always interesting as you're building buildings and other Lego models to see how the designers go about utilizing different parts and creating some of these visually distinct elements. So should be a lot of fun, and I look forward to learning some of those different techniques and seeing how these particular designers go about laying out and designing a model. Now, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. A lot of great stuff going on down here in the Lego room. So some really cool stuff to see in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you very much for joining us for this look at these 3 awesome instruction sets. Remember that you can check out the links below to view each of these instruction sets on their Rebrickable pages, and highly recommend checking them out. I think these designers have done some excellent work here. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.